Good morning and welcome to the Midships Morning Minutes Cruise Update, the Triple M. I'm your Captain Corey. Let's hop right into everything you need to know about that cruise news today. It's May the 7th and today is National Tourism Day, and we'll go ahead and celebrate it by having you leave a comment below of one place you visited that you would love to go back to. Now let's get the cruise news rolling. A Nagasaki-based harbor pilot fell into the water on May the 5th while attempting to board the Diamond Princess as she entered the harbor in Nagasaki. The 69-year-old experienced harbor pilot was rescued by the Diamond Princess crew, but sadly 2 hours later he was declared deceased as a result of injuries sustained. And if you're not sure what a harbor pilot is, it's this little boat that goes alongside the cruise ship as they're coming or going into the port. The harbor pilot will actually jump on or off of this boat and go and help the cruise ship navigate into port. So it's definitely a dangerous career field, and as you can see, every once in a while, it can end in tragedy. Royal Caribbean's newest mega ship, the Icon of the Seas, is quickly approaching her next major milestone as the construction yard Meyer Turku has revealed that Icon of the Seas will begin sea trials next month. And this is one of the last steps before the ship is complete and ready to go to be handed over to Royal Caribbean just before entering service early next year. Now, sea trials are scheduled to begin sometime in mid-June, and that's where the cruise line will learn how efficient the ship is at braking, turning, accelerating. And with this being a brand new class of ships with extra complexity over the last generation of Oasis class vessels, it's likely that these sea trials are going to take longer than usual, as the shipyard and Royal Caribbean really give Icon of the Seas a proper shakedown. Okay, let's say you book a cruise of a lifetime that's bound for all kinds of places, one of them being Venice, Italy, an iconic destination for tourists, when all of a sudden, just days before you set sail, the cruise line reaches out and notifies you that Venice is off your itinerary. Well, that just happened the other day to passengers booked on the May 12th sailing of the Norwegian Gem. The cruise line reached out to these passengers just days before their departure, saying while Norwegian tries to maintain their regional itineraries, unfortunately at times, circumstances arise that the cruise line can't control and adjustments have to be made. Pretty corporate speak, right? Now, in typical cruise line fashion, they gave no rhyme, reason, or logic for why they made the decision to cancel the Port of Venice. I know this could be really frustrating for a lot of cruisers. I've heard a lot of stories just like this, and we as cruisers expect transparency from these big corporations that we spend thousands of our hard-earned dollars with. I sympathize with you during your port cancellation. Hopefully all of these cruisers who were hoping to get into Venice can somehow find their way there in the near future. And sticking in the theme of canceled ports, we have another story. A Chicago man nearly lost $11,000, 11 grand, after he canceled his Viking cruise about a month before departure, after the cruise line canceled a very special port call into Senegal, which was the entire reason he was taking the cruise. And despite having a $900 travel insurance policy for the trip, insurance refused to cover this cancellation in particular because canceling because a port is changed was not covered under his policy. Now, fortunately, this gentleman was able to take his problem to the local news team in Chicago, ABC7, and after a lot of pushback from the local news, other people in the public, and this particular passenger, Viking Cruise Line actually issued a full refund for his cruise fare, plus they later followed up by refunding his travel insurance policy as well. The passenger says this puts a bad taste in his mouth and he expects to never cruise again. But I would say, sir, the cruise line made you whole. I think you should give them another chance. That's going to do it for your Midships Morning Minutes. I hope you learned something new today. Have an amazing Sunday. The weekend's coming to an end. Spend some time with your family or your friends, and we'll see you tomorrow for the Monday Midships Morning Minutes. That's a whole lot of M's.